Okay, I'm recording the Zoom now.
Hang on, dude.
I'm recording myself now.
And now.
What are we even talking about today?
I had notes here somewhere, but I honestly can't seem to...
It's almost on air.
You know what these buttons do, right?
I do not know what these buttons do.
There we go. Almost on air with Erica and Jon.
Okay, what's up, dude? We're live.
Are you doing it? We're doing it. Jon, how are you? Happy Friday.
Dude, happy Friday, man. It's been another great week, much better than the week before, and I'm excited for this weekend.
Oh, yeah, because you had like a real bad week. I was like, why? Last week was fine.
Not a great situation there, dude, but we're figuring it out, a step at a time. One of our coworkers sent me he had an extra iPhone XS.
Oh, yeah.
And he lives in New York, and like he heard that I didn't have a phone, so he just FedExed it to me overnight just so I'd have a phone while I'm figuring this out. Like, come on,
nice.
Dude. We just work with the best people,
We really do. I actually was talking, I know we have other things to get into, but yesterday was National Radio Day.
Yeah.
And I had been talking earlier in the week with another person, not from our team, but from our station. And we were just saying, I was like, the coolest thing about radio is the community. And I literally have friends all around the country because of radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the radio community and entertainment is so different than anything else.
I think so too.
And I love that. I really do. Like when you meet people who are, even the talent of radio stations, it's so different than the people you would meet, say, on TV or like in any other form of entertainment. Everyone is just, I don't know. It's just more of a tight knit community, I think. You know what I mean?
For sure. There's something about it that's very like, we all know that this is hard and we wake up early and we work long hours and we never sleep and like whatever. But there's something about it that really bonds you in a way that maybe it doesn't with anyone else. Yeah.
And it's different because, at one point, I'm sure radio was like one of the peak, platforms for entertainment. And
at one point it was the only.
Yeah, exactly. So times have definitely changed, and we're lucky enough to be part of a company specifically that's trying to mold to be able to blend with the times. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I think they're doing a great job of that. But it's different. You know what I mean? It's just a different industry than it used to be, and I love that everyone's still kind of like keeping the community together because I don't know, we've worked with people from TV, and it's so different. You know what I mean?
It is. Also, like, talking about the way that radio will change and whatever, like that's why we have this podcast. Yeah. Because our company wants podcasts. And so we were like, sure, let's do it.
Yeah, literally. They're like, as many podcasts as you guys want to start, go ahead. And we're like, okay, well, here's this. We have Balls Deep with Erica Shea. We have Boys Tea Talk with Jon Comici, dude. You just like, if you ask for them, we will deliver.
I'm actually, since the Balls Deep conversation, we're going to keep that as the segment name. But I have an idea for a spinoff podcast that is that. It came from that idea, but it's not called that. So,
I love it. Are you going to pitch it to me now? Or are we
no, not now. When it's all a little more official, I'll release it to the world.
Wait, I'm so excited. Can I be a guest?
Well, it's going to be very girl-centered, so no.
Oh, okay, well.
Maybe eventually.
It sounds sexist already. I don't want to listen.
Okay, Boys Tea Talk.
We can have girls on Boys Tea Talk. No, we can't. You're right, dude.
It doesn't feel right. It's okay.
Wow. Our spin-off podcasts are very not 2020.
Very not 2020. Did you have something you wanted to get into before we just go straight balls deep? Oh my God, I hate that sentence.
I love that sentence. That just made me so happy. Not really. I was just like kind of setting up my stuff today, and I was just like, I was looking at a bunch of different companies that are like selling different office equipment. Because they know that so many people are still working from home.
So they're selling it?
Yeah, so they're selling, like, for example, I saw this one article about at-home cubicles that they're selling.
Yeah.
So it's like this little kit that you can build, like you would buy, not from IKEA, but essentially you'd put it together like that. And you can build like a cubicle in your house that's supposed to be small for little apartments and stuff like that. So you can still feel like you have a desk environment because so many people are working from home. And it just like started, I don't know, it started making me think like, how much should I really get used to this? You know what I mean? Because we still haven't heard word about when we're going back to the office. You know what I mean? So
I think the word we've heard is the word we've heard. It's like purred on Parks and Rec. Anyway, sorry. I'm really scatterbrained today. I think that the word was that it's definitely not going to be until 2021.
Dude, like that's insane.
So like, yeah, kind of get used to it. There's still several months left of this year.
So I Amazon splurged and I bought this little laptop stand that has a little drawer in it so I can keep my pens inside and it'll keep my laptop raised and I can put like some of my recording equipment that fits in it. So like I don't know. I'm starting to buckle down. I'm going to be pissed if we go back to school. I mean, back to work next week.
Back to school.
Wow. Where was I
Is it the
at?
laptop stand that I use? Is it like it could go over your legs?
Like if you're laying in bed?
Yeah.
No. It's similar.
Okay.
It's similar, but it has to be on a desk. But I'm just like, I have the small baby desk, right? Like,
Right. So you need more space.
My desk. Yeah, this was maybe my desk when I was in like, I don't know, elementary school that I've just had forever. There's like little cat stickers with sunglasses on it. Some things never change. But it's so small and I can maybe fit my laptop and a piece of paper on it. And it's just like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? In the morning for work, I need 2 different laptops. And it's like, I'll have laptops hanging off my desk and I got things coming out of my ears. And I'm just like, come on, dude. Like, let's just set this up.
Italian man moment that you just had? That was strange.
I got laptops coming out of my ears.
I got things coming out of my ears. Yeah, my work from home setup is literally a desk that goes over my legs, and that's it.
Right. Like you don't even have a desk, you know? And
no, and I've really been like, do I need one? And yes, I think I do, but at the same time, I don't have space for it. And I'm not willing to turn my room all the way around. I've said this before. I have my gym in here.
It's a
my
whole
gym and my bed. Yes.
Yeah.
And so I just can't get rid of the space to work out. And so I just make do without the desk right now.
I love that. Because when I look at some of my friends' work from home setups, like one of my friends lives with his girlfriend and they work side by side, you know what I mean? So it's like an office environment with the girlfriend that he's living in. I have a friend that her whole family is working from home and they just have a huge table in the living room and the entire family works from home together.
Is this Rebecca?
It is Rebecca.
Oh my gosh. Yes. I saw her post something and yeah, you know, I wouldn't mind. So one of my roommates works in the bedroom, but there is a desk in there, and the other works in like the living room at a desk. And we have our kitchen table. Like I could work at the kitchen table, but I do feel like I am usually listening to more than one thing at once. And then we have meeting and then I'm doing podcasts and I feel like I make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
So I kind of need to be contained. Yeah. So, it works for now. And I have been in and out of LA a bit. And so
that's why I think it's challenging if you live with roommates or you live with your family. Like how weird would that be to just be like at work and your dad's like talking, having business calls and your mom's next to you doing other things. And like you have a sister here and it's like everyone's in probably different industries, you know, and you're just hearing everything at once. Like I already feel bad playing the radio in my room that I try to keep it in my headphones.
Oh my God, no, it's your room. Close the door.
Yeah, but I have a friend that lives above me. So it's like he can tell when I'm awake because he can start to hear the radio through the ceiling.
Okay. Your walls might need some soundproofing.
I mean, this is an old house, dude.
Also not good for other things. Anyway.
It's not. Let me tell you, I know what my roommates are up to at all times. I know when their girlfriends are over. I know when not to knock on their doors. It's a very open environment here here on our street here.
I don't like that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure we did at first either, but like, we're used to it. Yeah. I mean, what are you going to do?
Also, it's your house and you love your house and what else are you going to do?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, people do things, you know, we're human. So.
Oh God. It's just, you know, it's so interesting because I think that, am I going to go there right now? I guess so. I am not this will be the start to balls deep. I am not a prude person.
Prude. Okay.
Do you not know what that is?
No, I do. I'm trying to figure out how you're applying it here, though. Like,
okay.
What would make you prude in this situation?
No, I'm saying I'm not one.
Yeah. Okay.
But I like to make inappropriate jokes on my own terms. But when you like actually get down to like talking about like, oh yeah, so-and-so heard you like doing it.
Yeah. Makes you very uncomfortable.
Super uncomfortable.
Erica, we know because you always start the dirty jokes and then when it gets taken there, you reel it back like you just caught the biggest fish in the ocean. Yeah. You're like, never mind.
Yeah, I can't do it.
No.
Yeah, it's really strange. And I think I come off like, if you didn't hear me on the podcast, you also, I think in general, I come off as like pretty like mellow mannered and stuff.
Yeah.
So I have been told I have been surprising. Okay, I'm done here. Anyway, I just realized that this is just getting worse and I can't.
If you start, you got to finish it. You know what I mean? You have to.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And there it is. Balls deep.
On a completely different note, I do have a question for you today. And I'm super curious what you think.
Is this the balls deep question of the day with Erica?
This is the balls deep question of the day with Erica.
So excited. Everyone buckle your seatbelts. We're going in.
Do you believe that there is such thing as soulmates? Literally, or one soulmate? And there's a second part to this question. Or do you think that everything only happens because of the decisions we've made in our lives?
This is such a good question.
Thank you.
This is a question that I probably could give you an answer today, and it may be a different answer tomorrow.
Okay.
This is a question I've probably changed my mind about like a bunch of different times.
Okay.
I don't know really is like I guess the short answer, because in some ways I think yes, you have soulmates, because I think that chemistry is a thing. To at least a large degree. Yes, you can learn to love someone. You can have traits that go together, and you can have someone that on paper would fit with you. But there's something about the way you interact with someone, something about that chemistry you have with someone.
Just that's immediate.
Yes.
Yes.
Immediate, maybe just the way you interact, the way you get each other on a mental level that goes deeper than something you can explain. And I don't know why, you know what I mean? But I just think that to some degree, like there is a level of chemistry that
is not
rare, is not explainable, that is rare, and maybe like could be a soulmate for you. Now, maybe I don't think that you only have one soulmate. You know what I mean?
You think that there are multiple people that you might have unexplained chemistry with?
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
I think there are plenty of people in the world. Maybe you won't meet that person because like you only meet a small percentage of the people in the entire world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's very possible that, very small. So it's very possible that you will never find, yikes, that soulmate for you. Sorry.
Woof.
We got dark there for a minute.
You know that's not good for me to hear.
I mean, I guess it's hypothetically possible. Like there are people who don't ever get married, you know? So realistically, like it's possible. But I would like to think that if you keep your mind open enough and you keep your eyes open and you take in the situations that come to you, you will find someone that will fit that category.
Yes.
What do you think?
I think that I have to believe that there are soulmates.
Okay.
And what?
Go ahead.
I think it because, but I don't know. I've seen a lot of like breakups in my life, not my own,
right?
You know, but like in my family members and stuff. And so I'm like, well, when you think someone's perfect for them and you think that's their soulmate, then why did it end? So what were you going to ask?
That kind of leads into my question is there just one soulmate, or can you have multiple soulmates and maybe someone's your soulmate for a specific time of where you're at in life and they serve a finite purpose? You know what I mean?
Okay. That's an interesting thought there. The thing, I don't know. I always ask these questions and then they're hard for me to answer too. The thing about it is I think that there are some very like right time, right place, met each other, had this insane chemistry. And really there was no reason that you actually should have ended up meeting each other, but it just like happened by chance. And that part of it like is hard for me to be like, so how is that not a soulmate then?
Well, because that part, I think, because random things happen, you know what I mean? Like so many random things happen in the world that are kind of unexplainable that, I mean, it just, some things that are never likely to happen will happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the world is so random. So, but maybe why that person that you connect so well with at that exact time, like you could have easily missed them and never met anyone for the rest of your life. But at that exact moment, why?
Yes. Like, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I feel that. And
that's how I feel.
I'm going to follow that up a little bit because say that happens and you meet someone and then one day you become toxic for each other or they're not good for you anymore. You outgrow them. They outgrow you, whatever the situation is. Does that person still count as a soulmate?
Ooh, you know,
like were they never a soulmate because you were never actually the perfect match for each other? Or were they a soulmate because they helped you grow and they helped you become who you were at that moment in time that you needed to be able to find the next stage of your life?
I like to call those people lessons, not soulmates. Because
okay, I'm sold on that. I'm sold.
Yeah, I think that there are people who are 100,000% put in your life to teach you something.
Totally.
And I mean, I've always been really open about my last relationship on here. And like that was everything I needed to go through to be in like such a better place and like just know myself better and know what I wanted better and all of those things. At a time, did I think I would probably end up with him? Yes. And that's disgusting now. But that's a lesson.
Right. Would you have thought in the moment that he was your soulmate though?
I don't know if I ever thought in the moment.
Like, were you like he could be, or was there ever a time in that relationship where you were dead sure this guy's my soulmate and you were just wrong?
I don't think I used that word with myself. No.
Okay.
We also met on a dating app. And
that's
something,
telling though.
Yeah. But I say like we met on a dating app. Something about that feels like it was really intentional that we found each other. Right.
Okay.
But
I mean, that's a whole another conversation there.
Right. Because then though, my sister just got married and she met her husband on a dating app. But that feels more like a soulmate thing because he happened to be in Arizona visiting for like 3 days.
Okay.
There was no reason that they matched over just those 3 days. And then he moved back to Reno and like we have family in Reno, like all these things that like added up and made it make sense.
To me, the increased probability of how hard it is to land yourself in that situation to meet someone is irrelevant to me. Like that to me is just as impressive as me meeting someone on a dating app that lives next door to me. Because how many people if you were on dating apps, how many people would you swipe right on? A lot. How many people would they swipe right on? A lot. How many people do you talk to and never actually go out on a single date with? A lot. How many of those
How many people do you match with and just never even message?
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So like, I still think that it is difficult to meet someone on a dating app and have that progress into something that lasts.
Yeah. I still
think that's hard.
Yeah. I can't believe my sister is like straight up married from a Bumble match. Like that is amazing.
That needs to become more of the norm though. Like, I think that's the problem I have is because I don't like the stereotype of dating apps not feeling like random chance or like meeting someone out on the street. Would I much rather have met someone if I was single in a bookshop or like a grocery store and sparked up a conversation
John,
or whatever?
How
I would
often
never
are you in bookshops?
I
was like, hold on.
Maybe for like textbooks. So like in high school when I was like renting Captain Underpants or whatever it was.
Oh God. Okay.
So never, but the grocery store. Okay.
Sure. You're there often.
That's what I mean. So hypothetically speaking, like it would feel better to meet someone there. Like, am I happy that I met Sydney like at work, like somewhere in person? Yes, I am. But
also at work is complicated.
True. But I also don't think it's that big of a deal. Like I hate that people don't feel comfortable just going up to each other anymore and sparking conversation with strangers. Like that does suck. But I still think that like the intention behind most dating apps are pure. Like I think Tinder ruined it for all the rest of them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tinder just sounds way worse than anything else does. And I think that set the stereotype because they were first. So that set the stereotype for dating apps where it's just like, oh, you're meeting to hook up. Like it's nothing that deep. It's very surface level. You're creating a profile, which I get. But you still have to land and go to the next level in person.
I think that, do you know many people who have had successful relationships from dating apps personally?
Not many.
So I think that's the difference.
Small handful.
In how you and I view it.
Maybe.
Because you feel like there's still like so much of that stigma, right? Like,
yes.
Whereas my sister's married from it. Actually, my mom met my stepdad online. It was Match.com, I think.
Cute. Okay.
Yeah, but like forever ago. They've been together since almost 10 years.
Wow.
And like my old roommate met her boyfriend on Bumble. And so I don't think that I have the same, like if people tell me they met on a dating app, I'm like, cool. And like, I've been there.
See, I love that because I don't know what it is. Maybe it is the people I surround myself with or whatever it is, but I feel like the opinion I hear is typically not that opinion. And that's good. Like I want it to be your opinion because I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Yeah. I don't think so either.
I think your soulmate could be on there, dude. You know?
Me?
I mean, anyone's.
I was like,
specifically. I'm just saying, like, hypothetically, a soulmate could be on a dating app. Like, and I don't think that's a problem.
I just went from being like dating apps rule to meh when you said that. So
for real.
I've done the dating app thing, and I will. I'm sure if I need to go back to it someday. But I'm taking a pause from that right now.
Yeah.
Anywho.
No, and that's good.
Yeah.
The only thing that stuck with me this entire conversation, like typically I'm pretty sure about what I think about things, right? I may not have the best reason.
And you're just not sure about soulmates?
No. The only thing that I'm sure about is you saying that if you thought someone was a soulmate, that just means they were a lesson and not a soulmate. That was the best thing I've heard in the last 15 minutes or whatever we've been talking. It's been like 10. That sold me. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure about that. That was really good to hear. And I've changed my mindset on that.
Well, I think we're good then. Should we wrap it up?
I love it. That was balls deep.
Cool, guys. Yes, it was. Oh, you know what else I wanted to talk about?
Tell me. I want to know everything.
And mostly I want to talk about this because if you hear like a weird sound in the back of our audio today,
it's probably my audio messing up.
It might be because there's a lot happening there today. But it's also my 2 fans that are running in my bedroom because it has been so hot and I don't have air conditioning.
So I'm going to feel bad talking about this topic.
And Jon just absolutely does. So
for those who don't live in California, we're in the middle of a decent heat wave, I'd say.
No, I'm sorry. It literally, California was the hottest in the last like week than it has been in 70 years.
Wait, what?
Yeah. And there's like 300 fires burning in California. It's bad.
I feel like this simply cannot be true. Wait, how hot was it? Because here's my thing. 2 years ago, I remember because I was working for KISS on the street team and I went to this Raging Waters hit, which is like some water park here, right?
Yeah.
And Cash was there, the DJs. It was pretty
sick. That's cool.
But I remember that day, it wasn't even enjoyable because it was 114 degrees. And I'd like never seen it be 114 degrees here, like in Southern California.
Raging Waters is also like halfway to Palm Springs.
That's true. It's in like San Dimas, but it's maybe 10 minutes up the freeway from where I'm at. And I've never seen it be that hot. So like, I just judge everything based on that.
Right. I think that stat though is like collectively, like the week was the hottest week because it's been like 99, 106, 100, 99. Like it's been
which for
awful.
Here is insane. Yeah.
Yeah. And I saw a friend of mine tweeted like, why does 100 degrees in LA feels so much worse, or even I think she said like 90 degrees in LA feels so much worse than like the 116 you get in Arizona, and it's all because of air conditioning. Anywhere you walk into in Arizona is so AC'd up.
That's true. I noticed that when I go to Palm Springs too. Like even you go to a restaurant or a store, they're all blasting AC.
Yeah.
Even like Las Vegas is like that. You go into the casino and you're like,
I need a
breath
sweater.
of fresh air. Yeah, exactly.
Or breath of fresh air. Yeah. So if you hear fans in the background or you see my hair blowing around, if you're watching this on YouTube, I've been dying.
So is that a common thing in LA? Just like most apartments don't have air conditioning?
I have not had air conditioning in any of my apartments. This is my 3rd in LA.
Now, is that common or is that just because you're bargain shopping?
Because I'm broke? Yeah. My understanding is it's common because I don't even know if I've seen apartments. I mean, I guess my last place had like one of those little box units. But it would only cool down the living room. Our bedrooms were just like heat boxes. They were saunas.
That makes sense. Our last apartment that we lived in here was like that too. And we'd always try and sleep in the living room because that's where the big fan was. Oh. And it was just like dudes sleeping in their boxers like for nights at a time. Oh. But in this household, we could probably get in trouble with the electric company because I currently right now am freezing in my house. I'm freezing.
You're going to cause like a rolling blackout in your neighborhood.
Wait. Okay, I have this paper behind me. You could probably see it on camera on my corkboard. Yeah. You see it up there, right?
Yeah.
So that's a paper from Southern California Edison that is a reminder that we are using 493% more electricity than any of our neighbors.
Okay. But you have 5 dudes who live.
We have 5 dudes and a couple fridges and stuff.
Working from. Oh, yeah, you have multiple fridges.
We do have multiple fridges, and we don't like none of us want to be hot. We all came from apartments that didn't have AC. So now that we are splitting the bill, we're just like, you know what? Let's accept it. During summer, it's gonna be 3 more months where the bill's extra high, and let's just run the AC. Let's just run it as low as we can. And right now it's at 70 degrees. Which we're told you're supposed to not put it below 76 for like consumption reasons. So there's,
you might not like really want to admit that. You might want to turn it up a couple degrees because there's like an actual like energy problem in California right now because it's so hot and because there's so many fires and like all of this. So maybe bump it up to like 73 today.
How many times do I admit to
things you shouldn't be doing?
I shouldn't admit to on this podcast.
Like, maybe hypothetically, potentially skipping jury duty and pretending you never saw it.
or hypothetically, potentially,
maybe not doing your taxes.
Not doing my taxes.
But you finally did them. So like that one we can talk about.
Yeah. And we got money back and I got my stimulus check. So,
Oh yeah. By
look,
the
dude.
way, I was shocked by you did not get very much money back.
Oh, for
from
my
your
taxes?
Yeah.
It was probably because I was so backdated on the year before's taxes. That
Okay, maybe.
I'm sure it dipped into that.
Because
You know
I'm
what I mean?
like, I get a lot back on my taxes, and I have that dream for you as well. Did you get a haircut?
No, dude, I'm so glad you asked because I'm at the point now where my hair can go back.
You figured out how to style it.
It's just gotten long enough. Before, if I tried to put it back, it wasn't long enough, so it would just go to the sides. And now it's starting to just barely go back, and it's like starting to get to the place I wanted it to be.
Yeah, you look kind of like you belong in Greece.
Dude, that's what I get. And I don't really love that, but this is at least what I was trying to go for. So now I got to let this have its day. We're going to just keep it for like 2 weeks, maybe 3, and then we'll cut it.
Only 2 weeks. You should. Well, I guess 2 weeks, 3. We're in September. It's like fall. We're back in a new school year.
Which I think is opposite because I think long hair is supposed to be a winter trend. You know what I mean?
You know what though? I think girls, at least every time I've chopped my hair off, it's been in the winter. And then we're like, oh no, we want it long and beautiful and luscious for summer.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
That makes
it's
zero
such
sense.
a pain in the butt right now because it's like
Yeah.
actually it's like the longest my hair's been in a long time.
Honestly, I just keep looking at Anthony from Queer Eye the Stray Guy, or just Queer Eye, I guess it's called.
It's just
Dude,
Queer
the man is gorgeous, and like
I can't handle how hot
he's
he is.
so hot. I'm just
And-
like,
He's like kind of down for both, I think.
is he really?
Allegedly.
I honestly am glad that he doesn't like girls because he
No,
would
I
literally
mean,
take all of them.
I think
Like
he-
everyone would be
yeah.
into him.
He
But anyways,
is,
he has
lovely.
amazing long hair, and I've watched a couple YouTube videos of like what kind of products he puts in his
Dude.
hair.
Have you seen him lately?
No.
He buzzed it and it
Shut
is
up.
hot. I mean, it is hot.
Dude, the dude's so good. It pisses me off how good looking he is. It really
yeah,
does.
and he got like buff.
Really?
Yeah, it's like super offensive because how
Dude.
dare he glow up when he already was so beautiful?
Yeah, like we get it, dude.
Right.
know what I
We
mean?
understand you're effing hot.
He's setting a very unrealistic standard for men, and I don't like that. You know?
Okay, well, so does every female on TV,
That's true. That's true.
Instagram for women. So
That's true. That's true. I'll give you
live
that.
with the Antonies of the world, John.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I
no,
just-
his hair tips are good for you.
his hair tips are fire. I've not been washing my hair, which I guess is something you're not supposed to do. Not all the time.
Oh, I was
But
like,
I
how
maybe-
often?
I used to wash my hair every day because I put gel in it or like product in it, and then I just like feel like it's gross, so you have to wash it out every night. So I'd wash my hair
Mhm.
every day, and then I learned from my boy Anthony. He had the special on YouTube with like GQ or something, and he
Mhm.
was like, "You should for sure not be washing your hair every day." And I
I
was like,
mean,
"Excuse me, what?" This
women
goes
know
against-
that.
I mean, yeah, perhaps, but this is
Mhm.
one of the many things I didn't know that I'm learning in 2020. So
I'm so
just
proud of
adding it
you.
to the list here.
We should really like literally make a list of things you've learned this year.
I honestly should. Honestly,
Yeah.
it'd probably be the biggest thing, the biggest year of things I've learned.
Yeah.
So I'm only washing my hair twice a week now, and it makes my hair so much easier to do when it's long because it's not all floofy and soft. It's like got some shape built in by
Right.
the time it dries. Dude, I didn't know there was like all these tips. Like it's hair. Like, you know, what's up with that?
Well, I don't know what it's like to be a man, so I can't tell you why no one's ever told you this before, but
Dude.
women know we aren't supposed to wash our hair every day. But my problem is I work out almost every day or every day.
See?
So, like this morning I did go on a run though. Didn't wash my hair since.
But like you wet it, right?
No, I didn't today.
Oh, so wait, is that a separate thing? Like, can you shower? Like,
So
to-
I body shower all the time, like
Yes.
every day. But whether or not I wash my hair, I usually don't get it. You get girls' hair, you can't like get it wet and then be cool and like just like brush through it. Like it'll just be a knot.
this is so complicated.
It's really complex. I
So
mean,
when
at
you're
least I
telling
think.
me-
Oh my god, are other girls taking showers and wetting their hair and then not washing it though?
That's my question. When you're telling me you're not washing your hair every day, does that mean you're also not wetting it?
Yes.
So how often do you wet your hair and how often do you wash it?
I wet my hair as often as I wash it.
Okay, cool.
But
So those
I-
go together for you.
Yes, for me, those go together. I would say I do that. I'm not great about it. I do it like 5 days a week.
See, because I'm wetting my hair in the shower every day, but I'm not putting the shampoo in every day. You know what I mean? And I feel like, does
I mean,
that
that's
defeat
probably-
the purpose?
No. That's probably good for you because of you have to get some of the product out.
Right. Because like when Anthony's telling me don't wash my hair, is he telling me don't even get it wet in the shower, or is he telling me wet it but don't put any shampoo? Anthony, you need to be more clear in your instructions here.
And my impression of don't wash your hair is don't even get it wet.
Oh, dude. This is a game changer. This is a game changer.
We need answers, and we're not going to be able to provide them right now. So please, guys, tell us what one of us is wrong here, and I need to know which. That's what this comes down to.
Most times that is true, but especially right now. Also, isn't it true? This is kind of unrelated that we may be getting a guest on our show next week. I think it's time to start having guests.
Oh, I thought you were asking me if I had someone set up already, and I was like, I don't.
You told me you potentially might, though.
I have actually like quite a few people in mind. 2 said absolutely they'll do it. It's just a matter of when. So next week I do have one person that we could.
I think we should send it. I think we should send it.
Sounds great. That's so exciting, guys. It's been so long since we've had a guest.
I know. It really has been a long time.
Gosh. What other things are going on this week that we need to talk about? So sorry that we spent so much time on hair.
We spent a lot of time on nothing lately, but I want to get to a very serious issue.
Oh, okay.
So I need you to
I know what this is. And I'm so upset.
I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
You probably do.
Is it pepperoni?
Yeah, it's pepperoni.
Okay, go ahead.
So first of all, you need to wipe that smile off your face because this is not a joking matter, dude. There is a pepperoni shortage in the United States of America.
It's so messed up.
What are we going to do about this?
You know what's actually really hilarious?
Tell me.
I hardly ever eat pizza, and I'm so upset about this.
Wait, yeah, why are you upset? You told me you don't even love pizza that much.
It's like, I want the option of pizza with pepperoni on it.
Okay, that's fair.
Wow, you know what I just sounded like?
Huh.
Every man in a relationship who wants to be able to talk to other women. I want the option, but I also want you. I don't want pizza, but I also want the option of pizza. I'm fired up.
Yeah, well, pizza has exceptions. But the good news is it's not really going to affect the huge pizza chains. But, I mean, as we've learned so far in 2020, there's been a lot of shortages. You can't buy wipes at the store, sanitizing products. We had a toilet paper shortage for a while. That was kind of ridiculous. I'm still pissed about that. Coins are a shortage, which, like, I still don't understand. It makes no sense to me. Why are we shorting coins?
I don't know, but I'm going to tell you. I know this is going to be a controversial statement. I saw my grandparents last weekend. We are very safe. However, my grandma gave me a full Ziploc bag of quarters, and she goes, "Does your apartment have coin laundry?" And I was like, "Oh, yes." She found them just from going through my grandpa's like coin jar.
Dude, little wins.
Anyway, keep going.
I don't know if I told you on this podcast, but I had this like bag that I used to put all my coins in. I've been collecting it for maybe 7 years now. I just took it to the store 2 months ago, I think, to cash it all out. Dude, I had $492 in there of coins.
Oh my God.
I could barely lift it into the Walmart. I should have saved it now. Dude.
You should have.
Anyways, we've had an aluminum can shortage, which we've talked about on the show
We did
as well.
discuss.
And now we have a pepperoni shortage, which is just the peak of it. Like, it's just getting closer and closer to home, you know? Like, everyone needs toilet paper. I need toilet paper. You know? I need my beer, you know? I don't really need my coins, but I need my pepperoni. And this is like pretty upsetting. So basically it's because they have to have less workers in all these meat places. And apparently it's very difficult to make pepperoni. I guess
that's my favorite fact about this is that it like pepperoni is such a challenge to make that like they don't have the workforce for it.
I'm going to be honest though. I don't know if I like that fact. It makes me like, I purposely did not read into that, you know?
It just has to do with it being kind of like a sausage.
Yeah.
Why did I just forget how to say the word sausage?
But I feel like, you know how people tell you if you learn how a hot dog's made, you're not going to want one anymore? I feel like a pepperoni is similar. And so I purposely did not look into the facts because I don't want to know how to make pepperonis. No. I honestly don't. I love them too much. And I feel like if it's a process to make meat, then like something's up there, you know? Like when I'm going to buy a red meat at the store, sorry, vegans, I know you just cut it for the most part, you know?
Right.
Like, you don't have to like grind it or put many things in it. It's just meat, but like pepperoni.
Well, I think that's why, like, that pepperoni clearly has been like ground down and then is kind of like in a casing.
Yeah. So
I think that's as bad as it gets. Hot dogs, however, like what is a hot dog?
I purposely have never looked.
Exactly.
People have asked me, they're like, "You want to know?" And I'm like, literally no. Do not tell me.
I might be in denial about pepperoni versus hot dog. Maybe they're both just as bad for you.
And that's what I mean. I don't want to know that answer.
But we're not going to go there.
We're not going to go there today. So luckily the big pizza companies, your Domino's and your Pizza Hut and all that kind of stuff. First of all, a lot of Pizza Hut are closing, and thank God they deserve it. Pizza Hut sucks. It tastes like cardboard. But
Oh, okay.
most of the big pizza places are going to be fine. But all those like mom and shop pizza places, which are pretty fire, like a lot of those are really good, they're going to have a harder time getting pepperoni, and they may have to charge you more for it, or maybe they might not even have it at all. And what kind of nonsense is this?
You know, the pepperoni that like sits in the cheese, right? Like it gets all nestled in there and its edges kind of curl up. And then there's just like oil sitting in the middle of it.
You're getting me real hot.
It's crunchy. Like there's like a crunch to it, but then
Okay, forget the problem. Let's just dive into pepperoni.
Yeah, well, should we go get pepperoni or
First of all, I think you can 100% tell the pizza, how the quality of the pizza. I think you can tell how good it's going to be by the pepperoni.
Yes.
100%. I am still kind of a kid in many areas, but one of them is if I get a pepperoni pizza, I usually eat the pepperoni first. You know, like the kids will pick off the pepperoni and then eat it. And it's because I appreciate the taste of pepperoni so much.
For pepperoni.
I respect the pepperoni so much that I don't want that taste clouded by the rest of the pizza. I want to enjoy that pepperoni by itself. I'm going to really savor it. I'm going to respect the pepperoni. I'm going to taste it. I'm going to enjoy the quality of that pepperoni, and then we can move on to the pizza, which is good for two reasons. One, because it'll be an indicator of my future enjoyment of the pizza that I'm about to eat.
But then you're enjoying the pizza without the pepperoni.
Yeah, but you still get some. You still get.
You
some
get like
of the
those
taste,
pepperoni oils, yeah.
And sometimes I'll leave a couple pepperonis on there just to like sprinkle it in, you know, so
just for sophistication, right?
Yeah, just so I get the best of both, you know. But I got to pick off my pepperoni first because I just love them. And people are like, "Do you not like pepperoni?" And I'm like, "No, I like it more."
Right.
That's why I still have to eat it ahead of time, you know?
What's your go-to like pizza order?
Currently it's pepperoni and bacon. But it used to be for the longest time pepperoni and pineapple. I'm one of those guys, you know? Fight me. At me. I don't care.
That's fine. I'm a pepperoni and mushroom girl. You're so unhappy. The look of disappointment I just got from you is like, perhaps I should retire.
I don't know why I get so astonished every single time you have a different viewpoint than me on something.
Because we are never the same.
Because we're
but like
the opposite.
Pepperoni, mushroom, maybe even some like green peppers on there. Holy moly, I think I might have to order pizza tonight.
But how does it make you feel knowing that you're wrong?
I'm just slightly healthy.
I'm sorry, I don't want a mushroom on my pizza. Mushrooms grow in a garden. You know what I mean? Mushrooms, first of all, don't make sense to me at all. You know what I mean? Like,
are we about to fight about mushrooms?
They're not that tasty. They grow in the ground. It's literally a fungus. You're eating a fungus. I hope you know that. There's no point.
I'm down for the fungus. Things I regret saying for the rest of my life.
I'm sorry. You can die on the fungus hill. I'm just not. And you know what else? I wish I knew a better reason to eat vegetables in general. You know, like
put them on your pizza. It's so good.
Excuse me? That's like the last thing I would ever want to put on my pizza.
You're a man who puts pineapple on his pizza.
Yeah, because that's a fruit and it's sweet, and then you get like the spicy pepperoni and also the sweet.
Are you gonna put strawberries on your pizza next?
You know what? I'd rather do that than put fungus on my pizza.
No.
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever had a taco?
Yes.
Have you ever put peppers in your taco?
I have.
Pizza is like kind of like a taco.
See, the peppers are fine. I don't mind peppers. Peppers
okay,
are
so
like
spicy.
Mushrooms
and have you ever had like mushrooms in anything? Oh, like in a delicious pasta with red sauce?
Whoa.
Boom.
No. Absolutely. Like, I mean, I get it, you know, because it's like more appropriate. But if you put you put mushrooms in my pasta, I'm going to eat around the mushrooms. Unless you sneak one into a bite somehow that I don't notice. And then it's like, whatever. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about avocado too. I don't really like avocado. If it's in my sushi, sure, I'll eat it. But like,
Jon.
I know. This one I'll accept the hate for because I understand that avocado is a national treasure.
No.
And I just don't appreciate it.
But, oh my God.
But mushrooms, a fungus, dude? I'm sorry. No. The answer is no.
You know, one of my favorite things is to toast a piece of bread, mash up some avocado, put it on there, a little garlic salt, a little pepper, a little bit of like slightly sauteed mushrooms, an egg, boom, lunch.
You are a millennial woman. That does not surprise me.
Well,
I feel like my roommate's girlfriend is over. She made them both breakfast, and it was literally just her version of avocado toast.
Yeah, it's effing delicious.
What white girl our age, or what girl our age, period, doesn't like avocado toast, you know? I'm sorry. You're missing. It's a basic point.
You are missing out on life's greatest joys.
I'll give you the avocado, but I don't think life's greatest joy is a fungus.
You've never had a well-done mushroom. Have you ever had truffle?
Like the chocolate?
No, like oil.
No.
Those are fungus.
Can't say I do.
My God. Oh my
Can't
God.
say I
They're the
have,
most
dude.
flavorful things in the world.
Well, we're just gonna have to agree to disagree, I guess.
We're gonna have to agree to disagree. Can we talk about these insane twin sisters for a second?
I do. I didn't put much about them, but I really think this is such a fascinating fascinating story.
I want you to imagine for a moment that you have an identical twin,
I
right?
thought about this a lot. You want to know why I wanted an
Sure.
identical twin? I'm literally just cutting off immediately.
So you could switch around in classes and stuff?
No.
Oh.
Because if I want to try an outfit on, I feel like you don't get an accurate representation of yourself in the mirror.
You are so weird. I have never once thought I wish I had an identical twin to make her play dress up for me to decide if I want to wear an outfit.
Yeah. Have you ever asked yourself, or you asked your roommate, hey, do I look good in this shirt? And she's like, yeah, you look good. And you look in the mirror and you just can't really tell. Imagine if you had a separate second you that was literally in the room with you and they could put it on. You'd be like, you know what? I do look pretty good in that shirt.
Do you have the exact same body type?
I mean, essentially most identical twins do, I think.
Sure.
Ish.
Anywho, back to imagining that you have an identical twin for a second.
Okay. Got it. Go ahead.
And you guys meet these two girls who are also identical twins.
Okay.
And you marry them. Each of you marries one of the twins.
I love this, by the way. I'm loving every second of this.
Because this is a real thing that happened. You guys might remember there was like a special on TLC about it. They got married on like Twin Day in some city named Twin. They are both pregnant now at the same time. Both couples who are identical twins married to identical twins. And you know what's insane is that their children will be biological siblings.
That's so insane.
Because they are made up of all the exact same DNA.
That blows my mind.
Something about it feels really gross to me.
No, something about it seems super cool to me. Like, I wish I knew these people. I think it's a little aggressive that they're like getting married on Twin Day and stuff. It's like,
And they
they
got married in the same, like they had the same wedding and they got married by identical twin pastors or officiants, whatever.
Okay, like at this point, you know, it's a little much. It seems a little staged. Like, let's relax on the twin thing. You know what I mean? But I still think that this concept is super cool, and I want to know what the children are like. I'm tuned in.
It feels like incest to me.
No, how? These are different people, Erica.
But
And
how can you be sure? How can you be sure you have the right person? They live in a house together, by the way.
Oh, okay, that's
too much. Or are they like a quadruple couple?
They're weird. I don't like this at all, first of all. Wait, yeah, you think they've tried hooking up with each other? I mean,
I don't know, and I don't want to, quite frankly.
I think everyone who knows and is friends with an identical pair of twins knows that after knowing them for so long, you can pick them apart easily. You know what I mean?
True.
Like I had a friend that I lived with in college, and he had an identical twin, and it was very difficult when I first met them. But by the time I graduated, like they could be in the same room, and I would never confuse the two of them. You know, even the slightest facial structure change or like the difference in a haircut is just so easy to pick out when you actually know someone. So I don't think they get confused with each other aside from, you know, maybe like across
first
the room
meeting
at night or something, you know what I mean? If it's really, really hard. But do you ever get the urge to want to like hook up with the second version of your husband or wife? You know what I mean? But also, I need to know what the kids are like. Like, are they going to have two girls, two boys? Are they going to look alike?
Right. Oh, they're definitely going to look alike because they have all the same makeup. So they'll probably look exactly alike.
Maybe. Or what if they look different?
I mean,
what if they're both girls and one's hotter than the other? And then the other one's going to be like, oh, that sucks for you. You know, we have literally the same parents and then you got the terrible genes.
They, I guess, would have like the same genes as like fraternal twins, right? No.
No.
I think they have are they kind of twins? I don't know either. It really weirds me out. But the whole thing weirds me out. And also, I just can't even imagine. So I have two sisters, obviously. I have two sisters. I don't know. And I just can't even imagine marrying. So say my sister who's married, her husband has a brother. I can't, like, marrying his brother would feel incestual.
That is
and
weird.
We're not twins and they're not twins. But they're family. I guess if you all met at the same time.
Like, would it be weird if my sister had a crush on Sydney's brother? Interesting. A little weird.
You'd probably be stoked about it.
I probably would be though.
Yeah. I mean, not
it just makes
if
everything
your
easier.
sister didn't have an awesome boyfriend
Yeah, I love him to death.
with that like removed, but
hypothetically speaking, yeah, I feel like that's like kind of cool. And I just think the idea of two twins marrying two twins and having two twin babies, dude, this is like science right here. This is bigger than them. This is for the world to know.
I also have thought, what if like, so they met only like a year before they got married. What if one started dating, right? Like clearly like one of them had to have hit it off more than the other pair.
Right.
And then the other pair was like, oh, like, I don't know, we could see. And then I'm like, well, what if one of the marriages just doesn't work out? Because like odds are, sadly, might not.
People break up.
And they only knew each other for a year before getting married. And it just feels like they were all really forced into it.
I mean, that's what I hate. That's why I hate like the whole show of it. Like living in the same house. Like, okay, like be your own people still. You know what I mean? Like this is still a real love situation. Let's not make the entire thing a show. Just your kids.
Like what are the odds that both couples are actually each other's soulmates, to bring it back around?
Now, those are even more odds than having twins. And then those
Right.
twins, like, yeah, that's intense. That's intense.
It's one thing to date. It's another to get married and hope that it's going to last forever.
Well, I mean, going into dating a little bit, we have a listener question that like kind
yeah.
of relates to the whole soulmate thing, which I'm kind of excited to get into. So I feel bad for the guy that submitted this. I'm sorry, dude. You submitted this like a week and a half ago. We were going to talk about it last week, but
yes, we got busy.
It was a long podcast. This one's kind of a long podcast, you know. But here's the question. He says, I'm dating this girl and things are going great, but we seem to have skipped the whole flirty stage. We jump straight into it. We're great for each other, but I never had that whole falling off the cliff feeling that you guys have talked about. There's never been any intense butterflies where we've questioned if each other likes each other. We kind of just went for it. We knew that it was a thing and we got together. Now that we're in this relationship, I'm questioning, do you need that to have found the right one for you, your soulmate? Or is it possible that we just kind of skip that whole stage and we can just work great together?
I have questions about this that I guess we maybe don't have clarifications on, but I'm like, are they long distance or are they in the same place? Do you know?
They're in the same place. I've seen them post pictures together. Like, so.
Oh, so you know who this is.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm going to stalk the profile a little bit.
My feeling is that if they were long distance, I think it gets like, don't know the word I'm looking for here. Like you got to like work out. No, like you have to like plan a lot to make it work. Structure. Yeah.
There it is.
Whereas like if you lived in the same city, you can literally be like, what are you doing tonight? You know?
Yeah,
and
totally.
That's part of the butterflies, I think, is like that text that you're like, oh my God, we're going to do something tonight.
I know. You personally though, could you be with someone that you never felt that feeling with? You just met him out one night and you're like, oh, this guy's cute. Do you want to go out? And then you admit that you guys like each other and then you get together and you never really had that chase, like just a little bit of the chase. It was never there.
I don't enjoy much of the chase. I want to know. I want to feel like secure quickly.
Okay.
But also I have to like have extreme chemistry if there was never like a buildup. Like if it was just immediate and then he was like, I freaking like you. And I was like, I freaking like you. And then we just went for it. That sounds great.
I would like to think I'm like that, but I don't think that I am.
No, I think you love a chase.
I really do. And I hate that I love it, but like, I don't think I would have fallen as hard and been so sure about my relationship now if I didn't have that stage beforehand where I was like, this isn't easy. Like, I don't know if this girl likes me. Like I don't know. I don't know if I would have been able to develop the same feelings I have now without that stage. But I think that just comes with knowing yourself and knowing what kind of person you are and then understanding that. Like if you're waiting your whole life to feel that falling feeling and you're with someone and you're like, oh, I wonder what that's going to feel like. Like I kind of want that. I kind of feel like I missed out on that. Then yeah, it's probably not a good idea. You're probably always going to be wondering what you're missing out on. You know what I mean?
But don't you get that falling feeling like the more you're with them and the more, you know, like if you're falling in love with someone, you're going to feel that and it's going to happen over time.
I think here's where it comes from for me, because I think it's easy to like someone. And I want to know that if someone likes me and I like them, this isn't just we ran into each other. There's some chemistry here. We're going to end up together. Let's learn to like each other. Like, I don't want that.
Sure.
Like, I want to
No, that doesn't sound ideal.
Right. And I feel like you get in the danger zone of getting that if you don't have a period where you're making sure you really like this person, you know? Like, I think you need to hold off your feelings for a little bit so you know that, hey, like I've I've checked everything out about you. I've been holding myself back. I've been analyzing like what works, what doesn't work. I've been analyzing whether or not my feelings for you are just like a phase that I'm going through in the moment. And I really want to be sure about my feelings for you. And I want you to be sure about your feelings for me. So we know that this was hard. You know what I mean? This wasn't just something that easily fell together. This was like a really rare match, and that we are kind of soulmates for each other in this way. And I think that's what the chase represents for me. I don't really love a chase like you're not into me. Like I still want to know you're into me, but I don't want to know that you just like me immediately within a day. It's like, you know nothing about me. You know what I mean? Like you don't know what turns me off. You don't know what turns me on. Like you don't know my pet peeves. And I want you to know the good sides and the bad sides and all of that before you can make that judgment.
Yeah. You prefer that like getting to know you period.
Yes. And I think
whereas in this situation, maybe they almost immediately went to being official.
Right.
Got you. Okay. I think maybe my answer's wrong then. Because that period of getting to know each other and being like, are we going to do this? Are we not? Is important. But I think it's less for me about like getting to be flirty and more about like truly figuring out if you like this person enough to make it work.
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah.
But
like you can flirt your whole relationship and you should.
And that's 100% true. But if I skip that whole getting to know you part and I go straight into the relationship, for me personally, I don't know, like even if we ended up working great together, like this guy says, I personally would be someone that still thinks it was too easy, I think. You know what I mean? Even if it's not, it
should be easy.
I
like
know.
It should just like, I guess to an extent it should be easy. It's never going to always be easy. And I hate when people are like, it's just so easy. And I'm like, no, like if you want something, you have to like make it work. Like you choose to make it work. But
yes. Yeah. I guess I just want to make sure that someone is sure. And to me, that's what some of the chase represents. You know what I mean? It's just knowing that I'm not your only option. You know what I mean? You're not settling to be with me. You're not jumping on me because you need to be with someone. It's like, you know that you could be with anyone you wanted. And if you're not sure about me, make sure that you are. You know what I mean? And I want to know that I'm with someone that kind of respects themselves to that level, because that's what I would
definitely not be like, oh, we're together because it was like convenient.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's not good.
But I mean, if you skip that and it works, like I guess my answer to this guy is like, just know yourself, you know, like if you know that this person is great for you and you're not someone who needs that, then like, what are you questioning?
Yeah, I agree. Do we have time for Idiot of the Week, or should we save it for next week?
We could save it for next week.
Okay, guys, we just have been way too chatty lately.
I know. Maybe we take too long on some of the topics, but dude, a world shortage of pepperonis is very serious.
Super important.
And it requires our time.
We're going to try to have a guest with us next week. So that means they can pick the Idiot of the Week.
Which seems way more fitting anyway.
Yeah, it does. And John, where can they find us?
Catch us on our Instagram at Almost On Air. DM us. Follow us individually. DM us on our personal accounts. DM us on the Almost On Air account. Send us some questions if you have some. Send us some comments.
And we're on YouTube.
Oh, dude, we are on YouTube. Check that out. Type Almost On Air into that search bar and you can watch our full videos.
So exciting.
Dude. And every Friday we got a playlist out now, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Check that out.
Ooh, I don't like the way I just screamed, but that's okay.
I should look to see if there are any followers of the playlist. But even if anyone doesn't really care about that, to me, that's so much fun. Like
What's it called again?
It's called the Almost New Music Friday. If you want the link, you can check out our bio. All the links to everything you can use to watch us, listen to us, catch our playlist. All of that is at that link in our bio.
Very exciting. Thanks, guys. Bye, John.
Bye.